my life, and I never expected that this could have happened. When the kids accost him in the street, they call him the priest's little wife, and he feels so angry that he cries and cries. He tells me often that he just wants to die.
This was during the period when Cardinal Ratzinger instructed all allegations of child abuse to be sent to the Vatican. So, if it knew about the criminal charges against Father Tarcisio, why did it allow him to continue working as a priest in close contact with young children?
We may be thousands of miles away from Rome, but this place is directly linked to the Vatican. What gets me is it's the same story every time and every place. Bishops appoint priests who they know have abused children in the past to new parishes and new communities, and more abuse happens. This boy was abused in 2002. Think about that, 2002, at exactly the same time as the scandals are kicking off in Boston, in the United States and in Ireland. At exactly the same time that bishops and the Vatican are giving us excuses for why it happened and for what they're going to do to put it right. At exactly that time, this boy is being raped here in Brazil. So now this boy talks about wanting to die. He doesn't want to stay alive anymore. He can't handle it. He's being bullied at school. They tell him that he's the priest's little girl. And the church have done nothing. No therapy, no support, no connection, no outreach, nothing. I'm fed up with saying it's not okay. It's not okay.
Despite evidence that the priest had already abused a 13-year-old boy in Sao Paulo, Donna Elsa claims she was pressured by both the church and the community to drop the allegations over her 5-year-old grandson.
The church was angry with me, and people in the church, people in the street were running. They were running away from me. It felt like I was excommunicated from my own community. But I wanted them to believe, like I did, in my grandson.
That's the thing people don't understand. This family didn't have much, but they had their faith. Now they don't have that.
There's such a great sadness inside us. I fear my boy will grow with that sadness in his mind. The boy growing with problems in his mind.
It looked like the priest might get away with it again, and then this was found. It's his diary. In it he details the kind of child that he targets and how to abuse them without getting caught. I'll read you a section. Age 7, 8, 9, 10. Sex masculine. Social condition poor. Family condition preferably a son without a father, only a lonely mother or a sister. Where to look? On the streets, in schools and in families. How to attract them? Guitar lessons, choir, altar boy. Very important, ingratiate yourself with the family. Possibilities. A boy who's affectionate, calm and is appreciative, needy of a father and has no sexual scruples. My attitudes. See what the boy's like, then ask the boy to give himself to me as payment for receiving a present.
Father Tarcisio's decades of abuse were finally brought to an end. Not because of any action by Cardinal Ratzinger's Vatican office, but by the police. Last year, Father Tarcisio was jailed for 15 years. The Catholic Church has 50 million children within its worldwide congregation.
Vatican has no child protection policy. The only policy they have is to protect the perpetrators, to protect the Vatican, to cover this up, to keep it as deeply buried in secrecy as possible, and to prevent as much damage to the institution as possible. So it's damage control.
Cardinal Ratzinger's instruction to send all allegations of child abuse to the Vatican is proving frustrating for police and social workers trying to catch and jail priests suspected of abuse. This is Father Joseph Henn, a choir master. The picture was taken during his first assignment as a young priest in Phoenix, Arizona. It was around the time he met 14-year-old altar boy Rick Revezzo.
My parents knew that I was spending time with him, and we went, he would come to our house a lot. My father told me that he had an open-door policy with Joe. He can come over anytime he wanted. He was part of the family.
Once the relationship with Rick's family was secure, Father Henn's abuse began.
What he would do with us is he'd take us out, and we'd go to these different things, whether it would be a funeral or a wedding or that kind of thing. And there were times when he would take us swimming. After swimming, we'd go into the rectory, and he would ask me to remove my trunks so that he can put them in the dryer. And he would take his and put them in the dryer. And he'd give me a towel, the same for him. And he told me to lay on the bed. So now he's sitting on me, facing me, and I'm facing up. And he would massage me on my chest. But when he would go down is when he would stroke me and go back up and down again. And he just did that over and over again. I wouldn't want to look at him. I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to see anything any below his stomach. I didn't want to feel anything that what he was doing. So my concentration was constantly my eyes closed, and I would have my hands out because I knew his legs were there and I didn't want to touch them.